Lundy popping the jab. Crawford doing the same. Good looking chunks on both men. Both men in prime shape. Lundy jabbing to the body. Active from the start. Hank Lundy has been with the same promoter his entire career, Jimmy Birchfield from Rhode Island, who used to represent Vinny Pazienza. I like loyalty stories, so I respect that. There you go, the first switch up from Bud Crawford. Going lefty. Monty Barrett, what does that mean?
Well, for Crawford, it means something totally different. I mean, he's perfected that style.
Left hand from Lundy touched Crawford. His corner loved it. And Terence switches. Stays lefty. Active movement from Lundy and fast hands and accurate.
Caught him twice right there.
And we're getting a firefight right to start in round one.
Lundy comes to fight, and everybody that knows him knows that he's going to bring it.
And he's coming right away with power punches. Not your prototype feel him out round, guys.
Bud typically likes to do that. Terence does like to feel out his opponent, doesn't usually switch right away. But this fight definitely more personal. I think Hank said he's going for a knockout early, and he is showing that in how he started so far.
Lundy for months has been talking a great game, and we have had to wonder, can he bring it? Can the walk match the talk? So far, so good.
Well, I think Lundy right now is landing more cleaner shots just because Crawford is a little bit off his game because of the, just the talk. So once he settles down, it's going to be I think he's going to get back into his zone again.
Well, this is where you can steal, quote-unquote, steal rounds from Bud Crawford because sometimes he does start a little bit slower, does the feeling out. So if he comes in there and he's aggressive, why not get these rounds on the cards?
And it makes sense. Absolutely, Christina Poncher, for Hank Lundy to try to start fast. 30 seconds remaining in round one. So far, superior Hank Lundy round. Bud Crawford in the lefty stance. His trainer, manager told us, look out when he goes from lefty back to righty because he's going in for the kill. And he touches him with the right hand. Does Crawford. 10 seconds remaining in an entertaining and action-packed first round. Trading to end the round, a left hand from Lundy.
And that's what Crawford shouldn't do. He shouldn't get caught in the trading.
That's a Lundy round.
I'm doing an unofficial card, and I'm giving 10 to Lundy, 9 to Crawford. Entertaining. And that's the Crawford corner. You're looking at Brian McIntyre. They've been together forever. They're opening up their own gym, which is going to be there for kids in Omaha now. Lundy, he owns a cleaning business on the side. Family man, easy to root for, talks some good smack, but seems to have a good heart. And he's hearing from his trainer saying, hey, keep doing what you're doing, kid. We love your accuracy. Gonna see the end of the round, see some replay action. Monty Barrett, talk to us.
What I just see is basically Lundy's taking him out of his game, and Crawford, he's already a slow starter. So for him to be trying to pick up and throw fast shots and, not even with balance, it's not looking good for him, but let's see if he picks it up this round.
Bud comes out lefty. Lundy comes out right-handed in round two.
This is called who dictates the policy in the ring. Ring generalship. And Crawford, if he wants to win, he has to demand ring generalship. He has to start dictating policy.
Lundy, after only 10 amateur fights, was already fighting elite amateurs. The kid is a good athlete, innate fighting ability. So you see, 5 losses on his record, not purely indicative of how talented he is. 26-5-1.
And at 32, not a lot of wear and tear because he did turn pro so late, didn't have a huge amateur career, so not the typical 300 fights for an amateur or 10 years as a pro. Not the case for Lundy, and you can see he's fresh and in great shape.
Monty Barrett, could you talk to us about foot placement and where Crawford wants to have his feet?
Well, I would think that he's comfortable with switching both ways right now. He's southpaw. But what I don't like about with Crawford, when he switches right in front of his opponent. I think he should take a step or two back and then switch. But he does it right in front, and he gets away with it. But a good fighter will pick up on that, and a good cornerman would tell him, like, listen, as soon as you go to switch, throw the straight right hand. And
they've stepped on each other's foot many times so far. I mean, obviously, Bud in the southpaw stance wants to keep that right foot on the outside of Lundy's left foot, and Crawford has been on the toe a few times of Lundy.
Now, if you guys haven't seen Crawford before, he's not a search and destroy type from the get-go. He absolutely does scouting in the first couple of rounds, so be patient, because he's patient. That's his game. Lundy knows that too.
Yeah, and as a southpaw, it was working for Crawford. It's his inside, his foot is inside, and he's landing a clean jab. So you got to remember, and also Lundy is much more square than usual for some reason. So that's why it's working for Crawford. It's going to be a chess match for the first 4 rounds, I would say.
We saw some rumbling to start in round 1. More of a chess match in this round 2. Both men waiting, being patient, smart, being respectful of the power in the other.
Well, Crawford his makeup is more patience in general. So I think that Lundy is going to start doing things out of character or doing things he's comfortable with. Go back to the old him.
And those have been his tendencies in the past to do that, Monty.
Yes.
For sure.
20 seconds remaining. Hank Lundy has been saying all week Terence Crawford has never seen a guy like me, and all of us have said, okay, we will see. We will see if you live up to that in this fight. 10 seconds remaining in round 2. Madison Square Garden Theater in NYC. Top Rank is the promoter of this main event. Crawford against Lundy.
Stay.
Start of the round. Round 3. Crawford often starts to pick it up in round 3, sometimes round 4, so be on the lookout for that. More activity, more volume, closing the distance, and you see that right now.
Mike, do you see what I see? It doesn't look like a big weight difference between the two, or height.
I mean, I think there looks like a height difference, but Lundy's arms look just as big as Crawford's arms,
They seem comparable. What are you seeing, pal?
No, I just said, you know, Crawford is much bigger than Lundy. That's what I'm saying.
Lundy is a 135-pounder. He holds a title there. That is more his weight class, more comfort zone there. So absolutely, you pick up on that. Yeah, that's definitely a good point. Well taken. Crawford, you could easily see going up to 147, and Lundy is someone who will take fights at really any weight class. He'd fight a heavyweight if there was a big paycheck in it.
He is that type.
Yep, 2 minutes remaining in round 3. The Lundy corner wanting their man to be more active because this is Crawford territory more than it is Lundy territory. You have to win with some extra own fear.
Well, when you beat the champ, you got to beat the champ.
That's it. That's it. And Terence more active with the jab. Closing the distance now. You see the eyes boring in, and the body will be boring in. Lundy moving more, backing up more in this round. Terence more active in this round. Still lefty, you will note. Haven't seen switching from him. Staying lefty.
Well, Crawford.
So much patience, of course, here in round 3. That's a trademark, Terence Crawford.
That's what I was going to say. Crawford has Lundy thinking a lot right now. And that's favoring Terence, believe it or not. He's thinking too much. He's not being active, and
men clinching up, trying to establish position with some dirty boxing. 20 seconds remaining.
I like that the ref let him work out right there. It wasn't so quick to jump in and try to break it up. Let him work it out, and they did.
Yes.
Crawford active with the jab. That is the story of this round. 10 seconds remaining in round 3 in NYC. A run from Hank Lundy. Crawford backs up, avoids it. Round 4. Once again, Bud is a left-hander. Lundy is a right-hander. Tight distance between the two in this round. Lundy corner wants more activity. Pump the jab. And where's that right hand that was landing in the first round, they said? Tangled up feet again. Bud sticks on him.
This is where Crawford has the, Mike, this is where Crawford has the advantage. He's creating his own distance. And you look what he's doing. Now he's using his jab up and down. He's countering. And Lundy is not coming in no more. He's not doing all that jumping in no more.
In my opinion, Crawford is one of the best at making adjustments in the fight, in the ring. His mind, his intelligence is a strong facet of his game.
Often we see shifts in round 4 in Crawford fights. Be on the lookout for that, please.
Good right hand.
And trading inside. Crawford boring in. A little bit more insistent now. Lundy is moving well, though.
Lundy turns southpaw.
There you go. Good pickup. Thank you, Monty.
One thing we see, Crawford has a high IQ. I'm looking at him, and there's certain things that you just know as a fighter. And he has a very high IQ, his distance and his ring generalship, and knowing where his strong points are. His strong points are, he's not getting emotional to the point where he's fighting like the first round. He's taking his time, and he's picking his